Hello everyone. I went to the English corner in our university this night and I want to share some of my feelings now. This is a big problem which is a little complicated and I only wrote a very brief outline. I didn't write a draft and please forgive me that my English is not very fluent. Okay, so as you can see from the previous videos of this series, um, I sometimes lose myself in study. It means that I might spend most of my time on study and I don't know what to do except study. And this is not good as is um, as I mentioned in the previous videos. And one of the important reasons why I lose myself in studying is that I think studying is the only thing that is meaningful. I think that the other things are not meaningful, so I cannot not persuade myself to do other things. For example, like traveling or playing games, I thought that these things can only provide me with a short-term happiness, and it doesn't provide a long-term meaning. So this is the reason why I cannot persuade myself to do these things. And when doing these things, I might feel very guilty because of wasting time or something like this. I cannot feel much happiness from these things. I cannot get much happiness from these things. And if I just spend nearly most of my time on studying, I will uh, feel boring and feel lonely, and my studying efficiency will be much lower. So, in order to break this situation, I think uh, a very good path is that I need to find something that are both meaningful and relaxing. I can find something that is both related with my study and can relax myself and I think interesting. Uh, it is it's better to provide me with a connection with others, provide me with more chance to communicate with others. Because that I'm a very shy guy in the real world, so I seeked for some opportunities on the internet. When I was a freshman, the COVID-19 came, and it's in 2020, in the spring of 2020, and for that whole semester, I just stayed at home and took online courses. And this is a chance that it's very convenient for me to make videos and upload them on Bilibili. So at the time, I made some videos explaining what I learned in my courses. Uh, yeah, and I uploaded those videos on Bilibili. This contains my understandings and conclusions of what I learned. And I think making videos here, on the one hand, using the film technique, it can improve myself. It can help me to consolidate my understanding of the knowledge. On the other hand, it can practice my skills of explaining the knowledge to others, and sometimes it can also help others to learn and provide me with more chance to communicate with others. So I think it is good, and I think because I don't have much friends in the real life, so I'm not afraid that my Bilibili account is discovered mm, by my friends in the real world. I'm not afraid of this. However, yeah, yeah, yeah. I can say that I have been uploading such videos on Bilibili for more than 3 years, and currently I'm very lucky to have more than 10,000 fans. However, this is only online, and if you ask me whether Bilibili, whether making videos on Bilibili is relaxing for me, it's hard to say because when I only upload those academic videos on Bilibili, and this is too close to my study. So maybe it's the same feeling between studying by myself and making videos. It's quite similar. Uh, so I still um so when making videos on Bilibili, I'm still studying. So it's hard for me to relax from this way. It's true that making videos and when receiving some likes and views and comments from others with the same major or with similar majors, um, I'm very happy that my work can be seen and that others can appreciate my what I did and what I did can help others. It is a very amazing feeling. But the process of making videos is still study, so I cannot always relax much for myself. Or I can say that this kind of happiness comes from the result, comes from others' feedback, not coming from the process itself. The process itself is still studying. I hope to discover something um, that the process itself can relax myself, and because during the more than 3 years, I rely too much on Bilibili. I think Bilibili might be my only advantage, except study. I have this account. This might be my only advantage. So I want to seek more from Bilibili. I want to attend some offline activities from Bilibili or know about more people on Bilibili like this. So this is the reason why I attended two activities from Shanghai and Beijing this summer vacation. Uh, yeah, I went to the office building of Bilibili in Shanghai and also the Institute of Physics in Beijing and attended two activities held by Bilibili official. And I actually met some very famous apps. Yeah, at the time I was at home in Fuzhou, so I just took a train to Shanghai and took the plane to Beijing just for attending the activity. The cost is high, but I think it is worthwhile. However, this is not very efficient. There are not always activities on Bilibili, offline activities, because Bilibili itself is an online website. And if you want to seek for some offline activities from an online website, this is not the most efficient way. It is a very stupid way. So, um, so I think maybe it is more efficient to join some clubs or associations like this, because such clubs just connect people together and boost the communication. The reason why I didn't join clubs in my undergraduate study is that there are so many reasons. Because most of the clubs are not associated, are not related with my study. Yeah, and for those, yeah, there are really some clubs like the physics club or something that is related to my major. However, in those clubs, maybe the people need to share their own experience or host some lectures or make some interviews with some famous people. I'm quite afraid and I'm quite shy in the real life. And my communication ability is not very good, so I didn't attend it. I didn't join such clubs. And on the other hand, such clubs are still about studying. So yeah, and uh, and uh, and so I didn't join them. Last month, Tsinghua held a recruitment of maybe more than 200 associations or clubs. Yeah, I went to see this. However, it's hard to choose. There are, yeah, in this a huge university. There are clubs of every single dimension, and there are clubs of every single interest. It's very broad. However, it's very hard to really choose one. Yeah, I think it's very important for me to do sports. Yeah, and to keep fit, keep healthy when being a PhD student, and hoping to work healthily for the country for at least 50 years. However, I think I have no advantage in every single sports. I can play ping pong, but I'm not very good like this. I'm not very good at one, so I have no confidence. Although for some of those clubs, they can recruit people with no foundation. However, I think uh, you know you know they want the students to be interested in it even without foundation. But how can I say that I'm interested in it without a foundation? And it's hard for me to have a preference for one single sport because there are too many to choose. So I just didn't join such groups. But mm, I saw a group, association called the New Media Club, maybe, because yeah, this is still related to my Bilibili account, and I joined the group of this association. So, um, so in order to have some offline activities, and in order to try to find some activities to relax myself and save me from the just studying all the time. I think English is also one attempt. Um, on one hand, English is a very important thing. I can find the meaning of it. I can persuade myself that it is meaningful to learn English, speak English, practice English, etc. Yeah. On the one hand, English is an important subject in from primary school and middle school, and also college. There are so many English courses. On the other hand, English is really a very important language when doing research. Most of the papers are written in English, and most of the lectures are done in English. Mm, and last month, I flew to Hefei to attend an international conference. Although the conference is held in China, more than half of the speakers are from other countries, and most of the speakers speak English. Even Chinese speakers speak English because there are some foreign audience. And when the professors talk with each other, they use English. So I think, and yeah, it's true that there was a language barrier in the first days because the meeting lasted for 5 days, and in the first and second days, I was not accustomed with the English language, and I cannot understand. But for the third and fourth and 5 days, um, I find that I can understand much more. I can understand most, nearly every single word. Although because of practicing, yeah, I've been practicing listening to the English language for several days, but but limited by my academic ability, I still cannot understand most of the academic contents. But at that time, English is not that important barrier. However, if you want me to speak English with others, it's still hard. I think maybe several years later, I still need to have a poster in the conference, and stand before a poster to communicate with others. Maybe communicate with some foreign foreigners who work in the same field. So it's very important for me to learn English and practice English. This is a very important foundation that can persuade myself that it is meaningful, and yeah. And on the other hand, English is a language. A language means that I can communicate with others using this language. The practice itself is not finish it alone. I can communicate. Yeah, it's true that when preparing for some exams, many Chinese people just solving problems, just find themselves. I think this is a quite boring process, and the communication is very important. So in order to use English to communicate with others, I had some attempts. Sometimes I use English to text. I text English to my friends, my family members, although maybe they are not very good at English and they even reply me with Chinese. However, sometimes I send them with English. And also, I found an app during the COVID-19 at home, and in this app, people can talk in English. And also found a website, an international website, where I can find some, I can talk in English with some foreigners. However, not all the, the, the other people are very fluent in English. Sometimes the communication cannot work very well because you have a totally different backgrounds like this. And now, and I find that just last month, I find that in Tsinghua University there is an English corner, which is open and which has activities in nearly every week. I find this is a very fantastic chance, and today there is an activity tonight. So I was considering whether to go. Oh yeah, I considered for a very long time after I saw the notification. Mm, this is my second time to go there. I went there, went to the English corner last week. It's about an icebreaker. In last week, the teacher teaches us how to begin a conversation and have a good end with the conversation in sessions like this. I think this is something that I'm not good at, so I might be able to learn something from this. So this is the reason why I attended this. Yeah, and yeah, even this last week I still considered for a very long time. Yeah, and and finally had the courage to go there. Yeah, I was quite nervous in the beginning, that because I'm not good at communication. But sometimes, when using English, actually, I have more confidence compared with using Chinese. Just during the communication process, it's quite amazing, right? I still do not fully understand this, but maybe I can share some of my understandings here. Maybe because English is a language that I am relatively unfamiliar, and using a relatively unfamiliar language to communicate with others is a quite unique and amazing feeling. It means that I'm not very familiar with the vocabulary, so I don't know the precise meaning of every single vocabulary, every single word. So I just focus on expressing my idea, expressing my expressing to let others know and understand. I'm not focused on selecting the real word. Yeah, because when using Chinese, I'm very familiar with Chinese. So there are, and Chinese is a language which is a very big language, and there are so many words which are similar and expressing nearly the same meaning. So when using Chinese, I will focus on which word to choose, like this. So, this is a disgusting process. Even when I send some message, text Chinese to some friends, also maybe some classmates, like this, I will consider about which word to choose. But when using English, when speaking English, my English is not that fluent, so I don't know much about the very precise difference between the words. So I just don't focus on these details, which is very good, I think. On the other hand, because I'm very shy since I was young, maybe. So when using Chinese, I'm quite afraid to talk with others. Especially, I'm quite afraid to initiate to start a conversation by myself. If other people comes to find me and communicate with me, I can feel comfortable. I can feel good. But if you want me to start a conversation with others, I can feel quite nervous in Chinese. So this might become a habit, uh, because it happened. It has been this situation keeps for so long. Yeah, maybe a decade or something. So there is so I have very little confidence when communicating with Chinese. But when I change in language, when I change it to English, I feel that I have much more confidence because it is a new language. It's quite different, and I have mm, I can have more confidence. I haven't lost my confidence in English yet. So compared with Chinese, when using English, I can have relatively more confidence. So I relatively enjoy English to communicate with others more. Yeah, and uh, and yes, during the in the English corner, it is true that although I was quite afraid before going, but after reaching there and talking with others, I feel that it's very good. It's a very good feeling, and yeah, and it went smoothly and very good, I think. Although I think what the teacher said was not very useful. I have forgot most of them. Although I took photos, but I think um, yeah, I have very few chances to look at them. However, the communicative process is good. I don't know whether it's meaningful, but I was happy during this process. And maybe it is meaningful. As I mentioned before, yeah, English is very important, and this can practice my English. Maybe, yeah, because actually I have very few chances to speak English in real life. I usually see English contents, see English papers. However, when talking, even have academic talks with with other Chinese students, we use Chinese. We don't use English. Yeah, when listening to lectures, the speakers might speak English. Yeah, if they come from abroad or some audience are international students. However, I don't use English. I don't speak English. I don't only listen to them speaking English. So I have very few chances to speak English in the real life. So yeah, so this is the reason why that it's good to go to the English corner to practice. And this week, the topic is werewolf. It is a game. Yeah, the wolves need to kill the good person, and the good person to need to find who the wolves are and also kill them. So this game for this game. I know the rules, but I am not good at it at all. I still remember that when I was a high school student, maybe when I was freshman in high school, I played this game with some junior high school students. At that time, I was very shy and I was not very familiar with the rules. So at the time, my experience was awful, was very bad, and definitely it was held in Chinese. I speak Chinese because I'm shy to communicate, so I cannot do it well. Yeah, I played very badly and quite awkward, even quite awkward. So so I thought, yeah, I'm originally not good at playing games like this because I attended very few games like this. So uh, so 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 before going to the English call today, I was quite nervous because I might be not good at the game and not good at even playing games. On the other hand, I'm feeling that whether this will lose my time. um, but I feel that um, if I don't waste my time here, I have to waste my time somewhere else in order to relax myself because I have just finished the PhD qualification exam and it's hard for me to keep studying continue to keep studying. It's very hard, and the efficiency will be low even if I succeed in keeping in studying. So I have to find a way to relax myself, and the English corner is a very good choice. I think I even spend time with others online to speak English, and I even don't even with some strangers. But this is a chance today to talk with some very excellent students in Tsinghua University. It's much better compared with that on the internet. So it's good to go. And during today, I think not everyone is very familiar with the rules, but maybe most of them are more familiar than me. And I think when using English, I'm not that shy compared with using Chinese. It's quite an amazing feeling. Uh, maybe opens, it gives me a chance to interact with the world again, and not considering about the previous things, uh, the previous failures. We don't no longer care about them. This is a new start because we have a new language. We still have confidence like this. So this is quite amazing. Yeah, a new language can open a new world. And also that Tsinghua is a very international campus, and I see some many international students during the English Cup, not just speaking English with other Chinese. Mm, we also yes, so maybe this is just all I want to talk about. Yes. Mm, and thank you for your attention. I hope what I talked about can mm, be useful for you. And yeah, thank you very much. Bye.